Now at 6, 2 years later, advocates of Michelle Melendez and her 7-year-old daughter Layla are still looking for answers surrounding their murder.
He should have had an electronic ankle monitor on. He should have been watched.
Plus $800 million for an MLB stadium. That proposal will go in front of Salem lawmakers today. Our Thomas Schultz is live with the details.
And the number of car thefts are declining in Oregon and Washington. The reason Portland police believe the numbers are going down. KGW News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Monday here. I'm China Green.
And I'm Ashley Grahams. Rod and Chris are going to join us now. Chris, you'll have a look at the traffic report. But let's start with the forecast because I'm seeing 70s.
Yeah, we could hit 70 today. It's going to depend on what the cloud cover does. Right now, we actually have some light rain out there to start your day. Not a lot, and it's mostly traceable stuff. We've got some rain up around Astoria and Long Beach. There's some rain showers out in the gorge and around Mount Hood, and even moving just north of downtown Portland right now. Troutdale, good morning. You're showing a little bit of light rain. So we've had some moisture overnight on the bricks. We are mild, though. It is 58 degrees, 58 right now out at the airport. So if cloudiness thins out somewhat, which is not a guarantee, but at least a 50-50 chance of happening, we would be 60s at noon and a high that would get up to around 70 this afternoon. Here's Chris.
Rod, thanks for that. See some dampness on the road right now. This is Highway 26 near the Sylvan Hill, and it may be a little drippy on that side of town. I think door number 3. Let's take us down to I-5 at the 217 interchange. All right, that stretch of roadway looks dry. Interstate 84 right now may be a little bit wet here on the Banfield. This is inbound out in the Hollywood district. So far, the freeway drive's in pretty good shape. A reminder in downtown, Southwest 4th Avenue, the exit ramp, that is, to 4th Avenue is closed and will be through April 6th. PBOT doing some paving and maintenance. And again, that ramp closure through the end of next week. Ladies.
Thank you, Chris.
We could see the finish line, and it's getting pretty fun.
The Oregon Senate will hold a hearing today on a bill that would provide the Portland Diamond Project $800 million in state bonds. Now, the money will go towards building a major league ballpark along the south waterfront.
Now, this project has been in the works for years with the whole goal of bringing a major league baseball team to the Rose City. Our Thomas Schultz is live near the proposed site of that baseball park, Zidell Yards. Thomas, what would this mean for taxpayers?
Well, guys, it's interesting because the Portland Diamond Project says that it wouldn't really mean anything for taxpayers. They say that that big loan would eventually be paid back through income taxes from not only the players, but team employees too. And a loan of this magnitude is not exactly new for Oregon. Oregon law allows these kinds of bonds. The problem is that law is from 2003 and it caps out at $150 million. For a project this big with a stadium of this magnitude, that's just not going to get the job done. So supporters say this new Senate bill for a loan of $800 million would reflect the jump in cost over the past 2 decades.
This is an important piece of the overall puzzle. To be able to put up a significant commitment from the state of Oregon will be great.
Now, the Portland Diamond Project will submit that proposal to the Oregon Senate Finance Committee today in a public hearing. There's also going to be a work session for that Senate Finance Committee on Wednesday. Though, guys, it's important to note here at the same time, while they're trying to get all their ducks in a row here in Oregon, the MLB has no plans seemingly to expand anytime in the near future. It doesn't seem like that's something on the top of their priority list, nor is it clear that if they did expand, Portland would be the chosen location. Salt Lake City, Nashville, those are a couple of other cities that are looking to expand in the MLB if that becomes an option. Still, supporters for the Portland Diamond Project would say, yeah, well, we still need to get our ducks in a row, get where we need to be, just to make sure we're in position to bring this idea to fruition. Guys?
Yeah, a lot of important unknowns right now. Thomas, thank you. Meanwhile, we're also tracking a proposed bill that would freeze property tax assessments for homeowners 65 years and older. Republican State Senator Cedric Hayden argues that Oregon's high property taxes are pushing people out of the homes that they own. But opponents of the bill say it would lead to a loss in revenue that would only get worse over time. There's a public hearing on this bill set for 1 o'clock this afternoon.
And Oregon lawmakers are also trying to pass a bill that would require gas stations throughout the state to display prices on signs visible from the street. House Bill 3647 aims to protect drivers from what they describe as predatory business practices.
When gas prices are visible and transparent, consumers can compare costs, shop around for prices, and choose what's best for them, and understand what it is that they're paying for before arriving at the pump.
Now, this comes after numerous complaints about service stations not clearly displaying their prices to drivers. A KGW investigation back in 2023 found that one ARCO AM/PM station in Woodburn was charging $6.69 per gallon for regular gas, which was about $3 above the state average at the time. A work session on this bill is scheduled for April 3rd. And car thefts are down in Washington and Oregon, according to the National Insurance Crime Bureau. The Bureau reports that Oregon car thefts dropped by 30% between 2023 and 2024. That's the third biggest drop in the U.S. Washington topped the list with a 32% drop in thefts. Nationwide, car theft is down by only 17%. Portland Police Chief Bob Day credited the Police Bureau's stolen vehicle operation missions for the theft reductions.
But it's a great indication of what we can do when we have proper funding, proper staffing, and an opportunity to address crime directly.
Chief Day also said continued grant funding should help them continue this trend.
OHSU has reached a, quote, good faith agreement on a new contract with United Healthcare. United's contract with OHSU ends on the 31st. If they do not finalize a new one by April 1st, OHSU doctors will be out of network for patients with United insurance, meaning 74,000 Oregonians will have to find new doctors if the deal isn't finalized. Forest Park advocates have filed an appeal of the city's approval of a PGE power line expansion. The plan would cut down nearly 400 trees in Forest Park near Highway 30 in order to expand transmission lines. PGE says the plan would help prevent service interruptions and increase grid safety. It also pledged to replant native plants and trees. Park advocates believe it could take years to make up for the damage. The project is scheduled to start this summer.
And before we get to the forecast with Rod, oh yeah, we've got to start with a little rock and roll out at Oaks Park because it's spring break. This is brought to us live by Sunrise photographer Eric Patterson. So again, this is the rock and roll ride, and fun fact, the operators for this ride, they change up the music every time. So we're out there this morning because Oaks Park is open all week. The amusement park will be open from 1 to 6. The roller rink will be open from 1 to 5. Once spring break is over, then they'll be open on the weekends until school is out for the summer. And of course, this is a special year for Oaks Park because they are celebrating 120 years in the business. We're bringing meteorologist Rod Hill now. Rod, how about that one? Would you take a ride on rock and roll?
I've done that one. I like that. It's like a little cruise in the car. I like it. I don't recall the lights being so pretty before out of Oaks Park. They've got them all turned on for us this morning. Here's a look at weather-wise. First off, we're really mild outside. Temperatures are in the 50s as you step outside. We have had and continue to have some light showers, kind of traceable spritzy showers around the Portland area and also back to the north coast. Most of the rain today will continue funneling to our north up into Washington, and we're kind of on the southern edge of rain chances. So as you're up southward into Marion County, the rain chance becomes really slight, meaning there's a good chance you folks will just stay dry today. But for Portland, there are some light showers out there currently. The airport's reporting a number of 58 degrees, and everybody on the map is still holding at 50. Scappoose is right there, but Westland's at 55 and Sherwood's at 56 degrees. Salem and Kaiser each in the mid-50s, and it's 55 out in Silverton this morning. This will be a really nice Monday, generally speaking. More sun to the south, more cloudiness around Portland to the north. And near Portland up into Astoria, we're holding on at least this morning to that light shower threat. But look at the numbers. Pilton 67, Madras nearing 70, Albany, Eugene expected to be 70 or better at 5 p.m. this afternoon. If Portland's clouds thin out somewhat, we have a chance to get up to 70. Now tomorrow, it's partly to mostly sunny, the warmest day of the year so far easily. Tomorrow's record is 74. I'm forecasting 77. I'm wondering if it's going to be warmer than that. And then we've got the KGW weather impact alert for Wednesday afternoon. That's when everything changes. And right now it looks like not only scattered showers coming in, but a good chance of thunderstorms, which is why I have the alert up. And then a much cooler pattern starting Thursday after that with rain at times. That's your update.